John Gill, Exposition of the Bible, 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 7. Reading the verse from the King James Bible first, quote, "For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behaved not ourselves disorderly among you," unquote. John Gill, quote, "For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us." The apostle goes on to dissuade from that which denominates persons disorderly walkers and exposes them to the censure of the church, and that partly by the example of the apostles and partly by their command. He appeals to them, to their knowledge and judgment, it being a thing well known to them that they ought to walk as they had the apostles for ensamples. For who should they follow but their spiritual fathers, shepherds, and guides, and especially so far as they were followers of Christ, as they were, in the case referred unto, working with their own hands. For we behave not ourselves disorderly among you. This could appeal to them as witnesses, and God also, how holy, justly, and unblameably they walked among them. See 1 Titus chapter 2, verse 10, and particularly that they did not live an idle and inactive life among them, unquote. Reading the scripture again, quote, "For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly among you." And of John Gill, 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 7.